Next piece will have a lot of data. Data being the operative word. And it's going to expose an awful lot of people. Boundless Informant is the name of the company program, and is a big data analysis and data visualization tool used by the NSA. Now what it does, it gives the NSA managers summaries of the NSA's worldwide data collection activities by counting metadata. Now, the existence of this tool was disclosed by documents that were leaked by Edward Snowden, who also worked for the NSA and for the defense contractor Booz Allen Hamilton. Now, those disclosed documents were in direct contradiction to the NSA's assurance to the United States Congress that it does not collect any type of data on millions of Americans, which is a complete and utter lie. You know, this is like the Five Eyes. I think, was it last week or the week before? They'll ask the KGB to spy on Americans, because they're all linked. This illusion that the KGB and they're all against us. No, they're all working together and have been since the 1940s. Langley, KGB, Mossad, Pine Gap. They're all working together. And so Pine Gap, Australia, will, for argument's sake, spy on Americans. And then Pine Gap passes the information onto the NSA in America. So they have then got round the country's laws where you're not allowed to spy on your own citizens, but these are all the same entity. Five Eyes is really Nine Eyes, except it's now 8 because we poked one of their eyes out. So intelligence gathered by the United States government inside the United States, or specifically targeting US citizens, is legally required to be gathered in compliance with the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act of 1978, FISA, and under the authority of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. Now, NSA global data mining projects have existed for decades. Why? Because they're a subsidiary of GCHQ, Britain. But recent programs of intelligence gathering and analysis that include data gathered from inside the United States, such as PRISM, were enabled by changes to US surveillance law introduced under President Bush and renewed by President Obama in December 2012. Boundless Informant was first publicly revealed on June 8, 2013, after classified documents about the program were leaked, and this report contained a top secret heat map produced by the Boundless Informant program, summarizing data records from 504 separate DNR and DNI collection sources, or SIGADs. These are all the servers dotted all over the world, and they're all spying on us. Now, in the map, countries that are under surveillance are assigned a colour from green to red, probably related to the dragon groups, which does not correspond to intensity of surveillance. And the map shows that almost 3 billion data elements from inside the United States were captured by the NSA over a 30-day period. 3 billion data elements in 1 month. And Edward Snowden stated that this tool was collecting more information on Americans located within the United States than on Russians in Russia. He also raised concerns that 2 superiors in the Hawaii regional base of the NSA Threat Operations Center and 2 superiors in the Technology Directorate of the NSA, beginning back in October 2012, and therefore counted as using internal dissent channels in the NSA. Snowden added that co-workers were often astonished to learn about this detail and did not wish to know any more about the program, and that until April 2012 he often asked these colleagues, what do you think the public would do if this was on the front page. You have no idea the depths of spying they're doing on the people. No idea whatsoever. What we don't have to do is help them with it by buying stupid election machines and the other voice recognition nonsense. Collecting your voice, collecting your data. They can use that voice recording to fake phone calls for getting into your bank. Vanny Vines, an NSA spokesman, said that after extensive investigation, including interviews with former NSA supervisors and co-workers, we have not found any evidence to support Mr. Snowden's contention. Well, we have, regardless of Mr. Snowden's evidence. We've seen it all with the servers. That he brought these matters to anyone's attention. The first publication about Boundless informant was followed by screenshots from this program showing charts with details about the data that the NSA allegedly collected from several European countries between December the 10th, 2012 and January 2013. Several European countries, that will be Britain, France and Germany, along with probably Norway. NATO, and these charts were published by a major news outlet from each of these countries. Now, the charts that were revealed, Germany, showing more than 552 million telephone and internet data, alongside 4 smaller charts about Holland, France, Spain and Italy, and they were published by the magazine Der Spiegel back in July of 2013. In October of 13, in France, a chart showing 70 million telephony metadata was published by the newspaper Le Monde. In Spain, a chart showing 60 million telephony metadata was published by the El Mundo. In Norway, no surprise, a chart showing 33 million telephony metadata was published by the tabloid paper Dagbladet. Italy, 46 million telephony metadata, and Holland, a chart showing 1.8 million telephony metadata was published by the newspaper NRC. Now, initially these media wrote that the Boundless informant charts showed how much phone calls the NSA intercepted from a particular country. Remember the first one, Germany, 552 million. France, 70. Spain, 60. Norway, 33. Italy, 46 millions. And a first correction of this interpretation is that the program doesn't count the content of phone calls, but only the metadata thereof. And a second correction is about by whom and where these data were collected. In other words, they're trying to cover it up. Now, a week after the publication of the chart from Boundless informant in Germany, the German intelligence agency BND said that they collected these data from foreign communications related to military operations abroad. A similar statement was made by the Norwegian military intelligence, which is NATO, after a chart about Norway was published also. And on February the 4th, 2014, the Dutch government revealed that the 1.8 million metadata in the chart about the Netherlands were not collected by the NSA. Now, they all cover each other up. This is what they do. It will have been collected by the whole group. But no, it was another country do it, and then they used the term, oh, they were spying on us. No, they were being told, so that the whole system collects the metadata. But instead, by the Dutch military intelligence, MIVD, also to support military operations, which almost led to the resignation of the Dutch Interior Minister. Now, in October of 2013, NSA Director Keith B. Alexander declared that the accusations in French, Spanish and Italian media about the NSA intercepting millions of phone calls from these countries was completely false. No, it's not. He added that this is not information we collected on European citizens. They were collecting the information because they were being requested from those European citizens. This is how it works. And they went on to say it represents the information that we and our NATO allies, go figure, have collected in defence of our countries. Let's just say that that is correct, that they were collecting these phone calls to defend our respective countries. Why did they collect 552 million in one country, 70 million in another, 60 million in another, 33 in another, 46 in another, and Holland, quite frankly, fiddled the figures and said 1.8 million? Does it make sense? Clearly not. 552 million. What's the other? 70, 60, 160, 210. Roughly 800 million calls or internet data to protect the country? Really? They went on. The initial reports in the European media stated that the various charts presented the numbers of phone calls intercepted by the NSA, and a PowerPoint presentation and a frequently asked question document, which was published by The Guardian, say that Boundless Informant is counting and analysing DNI, which is the internet, and DNR, which is the phone metadata records, are passing through the NSA's signals intelligence system, and therefore are not showing how much content of internet and telephone communications is being intercepted. No, it's all being intercepted. Terrorists don't make 800 million calls in a month, or 800 million websites or blogs. Data analysed by Boundless Informants includes electronic surveillance program records and telephone call metadata records that are stored in an NSA data archive called GM-Place. It does not include FISA data, so that's even more. According to the memo, PRISM, a government code name for a collection effort known officially as US-984XN, which was revealed at the same time as Boundless Informant as one source of the DNR data, which is phone records. And according to the published slides, Boundless Informant leverages free and open source software. I will say that again. Boundless Informant leverages free and open source software, and therefore is available to all NSA developers. And the corporate services hosted was all in the cloud. The tool uses HDFS, MapReduce, and Accumulo, formerly Cloudbase, for data processing, collecting metadata using open source. So for all those who are investigating or investing in Bitcoin, that is an NSA invention designed to collect metadata into a program ran by the NSA called Boundless Informant. Blockchain metadata mining operation designed to spy more effectively for corporate assassination purposes. So all those who are pushing Bitcoin or crypto as an alternative to the Fed are full of it. You're talking out of your ass. The NSA created cryptos. That's what it's telling you. Metadata blockchain. So we all have these cryptos and blockchain, and instead of having 5 eyes or 9 eyes, they've got millions of eyes because the metadata is delivering it for them. So you all become walking servers which is why they want a cashless society, and why they want everyone on crypto, and why they want everyone on bitcoins and blockchain. It's all metadata spying. The NSA data systems have always been run by the Dragon families, the Fed families, since its inception. Why do you think they call it the Five Eyes? Well, actually, it's 9 eyes. And they're trying to create it more like thousands, if not billions of eyes. Now, the NSA is a subsidiary of GCHQ, the CIA, and you can add in the KGB. Yes, them, those Russians that collude with everyone. CIA has been working with them since the 1940s. MI5, MI6, Debka, Mossad, Pine Gap, and a few others all made up the original Five Eyes. The same group as the Five Star Trust people, a bit like the black programs, Blackwater, Black Trust, all them, where it's reference black, the colour, it's reference to the Dragon group that it represents, which morphed into 9 eyes and has now morphed into millions of eyes because all these metadata blockchains are spying on everyone now. So the original Five Eyes, who spied on each other's countries, not to gain superiority over the other countries as we're told. No, the Russians are spying on our military hardware. No. Bullshit, all of it. All of that is the illusion, you see. CIA, KGB, Mossad, MI5, MI6 all work together and have done since World War II. And they all spy on each other's peoples to get around the country spying and prying laws. Then they transfer the data over to the relevant country. And so America spies on Russians to give data to the KGB. The KGB spies on Americans to give data to the NSA or Langley. And this gets around the non-spying on citizen rules within their own country. There's very little money spent by all these countries on real spying as it's portrayed in the movies. All of these spying groups is spying on we the people, not countries. They're finding out who are the threats to the system. That's why you've got groups like Google, Facebook. Fill in this survey. What's your favourite this? What's your favourite that? They're profiling you, and we're going along with it. What's your employment? What's this? What's that? Some of it's for advertisement basis. Other is data mining who and what you are. And it all goes into the system. And then they can target you. This person likes this. We can give them that, and then we can use it against them. And the whole thing is based in fear. Boundless informant, I'm going to repeat this again, leverages free and open source software and therefore is available to all NSA developers. Which alt media personality has been going around advocating open source? Yes, our not so alt media friendly CIA and NATO agent Robert David Steele. I kept warning you about him. Like the clown we exposed last week, it's all too easy to promote stuff based on headlines because they know not too many will dig deeper into it. Open source, oh yeah, that sounds like it's going to be a good idea. No, it's NSA spying, like the crypto, like the blockchain, metadata, collecting information on we the people, all of us. So if you had any doubts about Robert David Steele and his attentions within the community, there's your answer.